Hey everybody, Mr. Miah here. Today I'm bringing you my favorite build in the Division 2. It's basically the version of the Tactician that everybody ran from Division 1. Everybody talks about how skill builds are no longer viable in Division 2. I just wanted to kind of show you how I set it up. After this, there's gameplay of me running one of the strongholds on hard mode solo. Maybe there will be a challenging one. I might go back and redo it. Anyway, let's get into the build. So this is, first of all, I just got it called Boom. And so as you can see right out the gate, we're running the Merciless as the primary on it. We got a P4, and as you can see, we'll get into the armor pieces in a sec here, but I'm running 5 destructive. Is that it? Destructive? Destructive, yeah. 5 destructive. We are running a skilled for the skill cooldown, and we are running Terminate for more skill damage. The skills. So this is all based off explosive damage. All explosive damage. So my main skill that I'm running all the time is the cluster mines. And as you can see, I have them up to 250,000 as the base damage that they do. I have a 10-second cooldown on the mines. So every 10 seconds I am throwing out, I think it's 2 mines initially, plus I have a +6 on there. So 8 mines that come back every 10 seconds, and I got a almost 25% damage boost to them. I could theoretically get rid of the cooldown reduction and go with another 6 mines, but the problem is I would have a 30-second cooldown, so doing the math, I actually do more DPS this way. Also, not to mention the fact that it allows me to crowd control a lot easier, because every 10 seconds I could drop mines at my feet, so it really deters the enemies from attacking me if I'm not using the turret. To be honest, so for all the hardest content I use the turret, because let's face it, it's the most OP of the skills I think, just because it keeps dudes from rushing you. They really don't ever burst it down if you put it in a place where the big guys can't kick it. But I personally like to use the drone, the bombardier drone. I got it down to 13.8 seconds. You probably get it down a little bit more, but I personally, instead of dropping extra cooldown in to get to 10 seconds, I'm okay with the extra 3.8 seconds to have 3 extra bombs and have it do over 25% bonus damage each bomb. And if you stack them close enough, if you know a dude's going to be stuck in an area, I can basically get him to drop all 7 bombs directly on a target, and it does stack. And as you can see, the damage on this is 453,000 per blast. So that does, by the way, those damage numbers, of course, do take into account the destructive. That adds into it, but it does not take account things like the Terminate and Spike. So, while most of the damage from the gun comes from the Merciless, I don't know if you guys know with the new patch, the guerrilla warfare that has the primer round that detonates, that now goes to the armor, so it bypasses armor, so you can attack the elite's health directly. Let me show that real quick. So if I fire off here, and then I let up, look at that, 95,000. So the first bullet itself only does 1,931, and then I let up, boom, 90. So, but here's the thing. So that's 95. Let's get this guy out of here and get a fresh target. So watch this, guys. So we 1, 2, 3, 1.29 million with the explosive round. So that's how basically I could stack that up and take down elites super fast because that bullet bypasses their shield. So anyway, getting back to it. So we'll just get into the pieces real quick here. So I basically have it exactly how I want it. I got a Douglas and Harding with the 5% accuracy. Basically, I'll talk through the gear sets real quick. On the mask, I have the D&H for the accuracy, and then also on the holster, I have Araldi's for the accuracy. I have one piece of Providence for the plus 10% skill power. I have two-piece Alps for the cooldown reduction and for the skill power. And then one of the most important pieces is my knee pads. I have the China Light for the 10% bonus explosive damage. So I actually have 110% native explosive damage.
Agent requesting backup.
Not 100% from that I thought. So that's awesome, and that contributes a lot. So yeah, getting back to D&H accuracy. So skill power and cooldown reduction right there with destructive. The Providence, I got headshot damage on there, doesn't matter. The big thing on here is the skill power, and then destructive, and then I got some utility, and everything else is just what it is, whatever you got. The holster, cooldown reduction. This is the biggest part, is the destructive, and then aim for 25% cooldown reduction. You want to have at least 20% to really help get those skill cooldowns down. To the backpack, so skilled. Skill kills have a 25% chance to reset skill cooldowns. Any one of the seeker mines, so any one of the, what I believe is 8, and correct me if I'm wrong if the stock one is not just 2. But yeah, so there's 8 chances to reset all of my skills, and also all 7 of those bombs have a chance upon killing somebody to reset my skills. So it's amazing how often it fires off. It's great. So skilled and destructive on there, cooldown reduction, skill power, boom. Love this backpack. And I got 2 utility slots on it. I mean, for a skill build, I could not have gotten a better backpack. I'm stoked on this. Gloves. So I theoretically could run compensated if I want to do a little more damage with my weapon, but I prefer Terminate. Depleting an enemy's armor grants plus 35% skill damage for 15 seconds. Kills refresh this. The beautiful part is skills that deplete their armor also count. So this is it gets procced and it gets refreshed quite often. And so basically right after the first kill, because usually even though it takes the armor down, I usually get the kill too. It'll just be, I'll have 35% bonus damage on top of it. This is also multiplicative with the explosive damage bonus. So I have seen my Seeker Mine so far, I've gotten up to 408,000 is the max I've seen so far. I'm hoping to get a little bit above that, but I'm stoked to have a cluster mine do 400,000. I mean, come on. So, the knee pads, the explosive damage, a little bit more cooldown reduction, and explosive damage right there. I'm hoping to get another cooldown reduction adjustment to get that to 15% or even more if I can get more, because that should help to bring my drone down to the 10-second mark, which is where I really want it. The weapons, also fairly important. So we got the military M9. The only thing that matters about this is rooted. All skill damage is increased by 25% for 10 seconds while in cover. I really think that they should change this. Get rid of that buff is lost when exiting cover, because I mean that's just crap. I mean they should just let you every 25 seconds if you take cover you can get the 10-second buff. That makes sense. It's too easy to accidentally leave cover, get bounced out of cover. There's Anyway, but so I still like it enough to run it. On my P4, the main perk that matters on this is Spike. Headshot kills grant plus 35% skill damage for 20 seconds. And in order to get that 408,000 I got, obviously I had to have both the, what is it, Terminate. I had to have Terminate, Rooted, and Spike procced in order to get that 408,000. But it was a beautiful thing when it happened, and there wasn't anything left. And then of course, for the big guys, anytime the big tanks come out, I can take them down super fast with this thing. Simply because of the amount of damage that, I mean, come on, I'm doing about 100,000 damage even without boosting up those things, just direct shots. And just again to show you, see that? See the damage last hit? Basically 1,000, 95,000. So every trigger pull is about 97,000. So since it fires twice each time. So, oh, and you notice there's the Terminate proc down there too. So let's see if I can get see what the drone does if I do this. Huh. Doesn't count. Alright, well, let's, just for shits and giggles, let's see what happens if we do this. Okay. Let's do... Very hard. I guess that's challenging. Let's see. Alright, and as you see, and now the next set of secret mines is up. And here we go. 2 seconds later. One thing I do like to do is start my drone in front of me and just send it out, and then that way, no matter what, when people are charging me, I can cut them off, helps protect me. So, let's see, anything else we need to go over with this build? Run over the drone, yeah, run over everything. Like I said, the turret's still the easiest way to go. Oh, we should note also that, so my rocket launcher does 1.2 million, or the grenade launcher, or whatever. And so, check it out. So I actually do more damage with 5 stacks of the Merciless than I do with this bad boy. So, just to note, if you have a Merciless, stack destructive damage, and boom, literally. So, I guess that's about it. So, sorry this is long-winded, I know, but, I mean, this is by far my favorite build in the game. So, there will be some footage after this. You can see it in action, and, yeah, have fun.
Hurry up and wait, huh?
Where did that come from? Hit him! Another angle. They got seeker mine. Friendly hit. Seeker mines on the move.
What the heck?
System malfunctioning.
Which is just, well, just that. Too much.
Incoming backup request.
Dude, how is it this thing just fucking gets so retarded so often? Hello?
Still there, sweetie? Hello? Fuck. Everybody get yourselves ready. This situation is serious.
Unsafe levels. Filters failing. Air filter function restored. Air quality acceptable.
Listen up.
You come closer and you're dead.
Let's waste them.
It's time.
I love it.
Launching grenade. Gotta run.
Drone! Coming in! Plenty more coming! Where are you, creep?
I see it on the move.
Come on out! Howard!
You had enough?
I can't believe this! They're coming! Gonna need a backup now!
Vital signs critical. Vital signs critical.
Oh, like, subscribe, share, whatever.